من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. Right, now, can everyone hear me loud and clearly? Yes?
Yes, we can hear you, but
Yes.
probably somebody's mic is on.
Right, okay. Right, okay. Now, over here, now we covered this point last time with indefinite and indefinite, yes?
Yes.
We covered this and we were on, we did lesson, so we also covered about the types of Jumla Ismiya, the nominal sentence, and what things can become Mubtada and what things can come as Khabar itself. And we mentioned that the Mubtada always is Marfu, meaning it comes with one Dhamma or Dhamma Tanween. And it's always definite.
Yes.
Al-Baytu. And always precede the Khabar. So for example, Al-Baytu Jamilun. Al-Baytu Jamilun. The house is beautiful. So this is Mubtada and Khabar. Al-Baytu Jamilun. So Al-Baytu has the Alif Lam and it's Marfu. Mubtada and Jamilun is Khabar. Now Khabar can take endings, can take any case ending. So the Khabar itself, it can come with a Fatha, a Kasra, or a Dhamma, depending on where it's situated. And it's always indefinite. This is a very important point, that it comes without Alif Lam. So always the Khabar comes without Alif Lam. And the other point is that prepositions like fil bayti, like for example, if I said Zainabu fil bayti, Zainab is in the house. So fil bayti is a preposition, it can come as khabar. And this always follows the mubtada to complete the sentence. So this is quite straightforward. If you have the mubtada, you have the khabar as well. Any questions so far on this, what we covered last session? So Sayeda?
No, thank you.
And thank you.
Okay. Then we spoke about the word and in the Arabic language. It's called harful atf. Harful atf means a particle of conjunction. So what particle of conjunction means? It means that it is continuing the sentence before it. For example, when you say al-masjidu qaribun, the masjid is near, and wasuku ba'idun, and the market is far. So Sister Sayeda, can you read this definition? What is atf? It's quite straightforward, it's nothing that difficult, but can you read it?
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Harf-e atf, particle of conjunction. Waw is a particle of conjunction, harf-e atf, and is translated into English as and. In Arabic, there can never be two mubtadas or two khabars existing in the same sentence. So we use waw to join the two nouns together and continue the sentence rather than starting a new sentence. The waw allows the sentence to flow. Masal, al-masjidu qaribun was-suqu ba'idun. The masjid is close and the market is far.
Excellent.
Masjid is the mubtada, qarib is khabar, waw is the harf-e atf, as-suq is mawtuf ala, and it's masjid, mawtuf ala, and ba'id is mawtuf ala, qarib.
Correct.
What does mawtuf ala means?
Okay, so the word, okay, I'll explain. Harf ataf means that this is the particle of ataf. Ma'tuf ala masjid, that means that it's continuing the sentence from al-masjidu qaribun. So ma'tuf ala means upon what this is the sentence continuity is continuing from. So it starts from al-masjidu, which is mubtada. And then it says ba'id ma'tuf ala means that this is ma'tuf ala qarib. So this is following the same position of qarib, meaning that qaribun is khabar, ba'idun is also khabar for asuk. That's what he's trying to say.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And then we spoke about the pronouns. Everyone knows the pronouns. I don't really.
Okay.
Okay, so Suma, can you tell me the pronouns? The 14 pronouns? Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, ana, and nahnu. Sorry, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, and nahnu. Yes, do you know them? Bismillah. Go ahead, Suma.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So there are 14 detached pronouns, and they're as follows. Like huwa we use for masculine, and here we use for feminine, and anta we use for both, and anti we use
No,
for
anta is for masculine, anti
yeah.
is for feminine.
Anti is for feminine, and huma we use for they.
Yeah, they both.
Both, and huma also we use for both. Antuma is for also for them, if I'm not wrong. If I'm not wrong. So
Yeah, that's right.
I think ana I, nahnu
We.
we.
Excellent. Perfect. And then we spoke about okay, well, I'm just going to speak about the main things itself. So preposition huruful jar or harful jar, particles of preposition. Sister Zahra, what are the particles of preposition?
Particles of preposition are huruf jar,
Yep.
fi, ila, ala, min.
Correct. Correct. So now this is trying to explain the example. So read this, please. Start from. Let's read the definition of this because it will make sense. Bismillah. Let's read huruf al-jar.
Huruf jar, particle of preposition, is the main topic of this lesson. So we have been studying the marfu form of nouns, but now this lesson introduces nouns becoming majroor. The harf jar, particles of preposition, affects the noun following it, thus causing the noun, which in its original state is marfu, to become majroor. The huruf al-jar we'll be learning in this lesson are for fi, ila, ala, man. I'm sorry, min. So far we have learned one of the 5 types of khabar. When the khabar is one word, it ends in marfu. Now we'll learn the second type of khabar. This khabar is a composition of 2 parts. The particle of preposition harf jar, followed by a genitive case noun ismul majroor. Together it is called jurun wa majroon. Jurun wa majroor.
Jarun wa majrurun.
Jarun wa majroorun. And if this composition comes as a khabar, then it is called shibhul jumlatil khabar.
Shibhul jumla khabar. So shibhul jumla. So it says that if this composition comes as the khabar, then it's called shibhul jumla. So this is like al kursiye. It's a phrase. So it's called as shibh jumla. Shibh jumla means similar to a sentence. So it's a preposition, jar majrur. And so we learn like al baytu jamilun. So jamilun is mufrad and it's khabar. Here we're learning jar and majrur coming as khabar. So this is the main thing in this lesson. So
al-khamisu al-kursi. So the shirt is upon the chair. Is on the chair.
On the chair will be Shibul Jumlatul Khabar.
Excellent. Correct. And then we spoke about even in the Arabic through the Quran, ta'i marbuta. So this is a ta'i marbuta, or a boat ta'i marbuta is also a ta'i marbuta. So depends. Sometimes you have the round one. If it's not joining, then it's the round one. But if it's joining, then you have this one here itself, the boat one. Okay.
Yes.
Now let's read this. Sister Matsuma, can you read this? So now
Yeah.
this is verbal sentences. Now in every verbal sentence, you have the fi'l and the doer, fa'il. And in the Arabic language, sometimes every verb has a pronoun attached to it, like a suffix attached to it, which represents who's performing the action. But if a name comes after the verb, for example, I'll give you an example. When we say kataba, if I say kataba, what does kataba mean?
To write.
Kataba wrote.
Yeah, he wrote.
Wrote,
Kataba
yeah.
means he wrote. But if I said Muhammadun kataba,
Muhammad wrote.
Kataba Muhammad. Muhammad wrote. You will not say he wrote Muhammad. Correct? In kataba, there's a pronoun. So let me show you this. Give me 1 second. Let me bring this on the screen. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Remember this? So in huwa, in kataba, there's no suffix. So the pronoun is hidden. But in kataba, the alif is the sign of dual. So aliful muthanna. In hum, the hum pronoun in katabu is the alif and the waw, which is called waw al-jama'a. In hiya katabat, this ta is a suffix for feminine. It's not the sign of hiya, but is a sign of feminine. So sign of feminine and a pronoun is different in the Arabic language. And then huma katabata, they both wrote. So katabata, the ta is a sign of feminine, alif is a sign of dual. Hunna katabna, this noon with a fatha is the plural feminine. This noon or niswa. Then anta katabta, you wrote. Katabtuma, you both wrote. Katabtum, you all wrote. Katabti, you one female wrote. Katabtuma, you two. Katabtunna, you all females wrote. Katabtu, I wrote. And katabna, we
wrote.
So these are the pronouns. But I can say also like kataba Muhammadun. So the translation, if I said kataba Muhammadun, we will not say he wrote Muhammad. But when the name comes after a verb, that takes the place of the pronoun which is within the verb. Says Maksuma. I think you wasn't here on this lesson.
I was the last test and I missed last session. Yes.
No. Ye jo darsa, I don't think you had started Arabic that time.
Yeah. I have not. Yeah.
So this is quite important for yourself. So huwa kataba means he wrote, but if you say Muhammad, kataba Muhammad would be translated Muhammad wrote. For example, katabat, which means she wrote.
She wrote.
Now, if I said Zainab katabat, Zainab, you will not say she wrote Zainab, but you will say Zainab wrote. So the pronoun of katabat, she becomes omitted, is not mentioned. Only the name of the individual, which is mentioned after it, takes the place of the pronoun. Yes?
Yes.
That's important. And then when you talk about anta katabta, you don't really name it. When you say anta katabta, you're talking to the person in front of you. You don't say Muhammad katabta. That's incorrect. So it's only for the third person when the names are mentioned, the pronoun within the verb is not mentioned, only the name is mentioned. But anta katabta, anti katabti, this remains as it is. You don't really need names of individuals because the person is in front of you. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And ana katabtu and nahnu katabna, we wrote. Is
Mm.
that clear?
Yes.
Any questions from Sister Saida?
Just wanted a repetition, like you said, name comes after the
Yeah,
verb,
so-
right?
yeah, so-
Oh, so
Yeah, so
that
the
was
composition is verb, doer,
then.
object.
Okay.
We have
Okay.
verb, doer, and object. But
Oh.
the question comes, when the verb comes, it's called a verbal sentence. Verb, doer, and object. So when a verb comes, it's called a verbal sentence. Now, sometimes the doer of the verb can come before the verb. The doer of the verb can
Okay.
come before the verb. For example, instead of saying kataba Muhammadun, we can say it the other way around. Sometimes Muhammadun kataba. Muhammadun
Kataba.
kataba. What's the difference now? Now, when you say Muhammadun kataba, it no longer remains a a verbal sentence.
Yes.
It
Yes.
becomes sorry, not
No, it becomes a nominal sentence. It's no
No.
more a verbal sentence.
Exactly.
True.
exactly.
True. True.
Now the translation, when the noun comes before the verb, there's more emphasis now. So the translation now, when you say Muhammadun kataba, it means now Muhammad, he, because Muhammad is come before the verb. Now, when we will translate kataba, we don't say Muhammad wrote, but we have to say Muhammad, he wrote, because after kataba, there's an empty space. So therefore, the pronoun within kataba is honored its position of the huwa pronoun within it is now the doer of the verb kataba, which is of course indirect or referring back to Muhammad, which is preceding the verb. So there's more emphasis when you say Muhammad kataba. Muhammad, you're using Muhammad and also the pronoun he, referring back to Muhammad. Muhammad, he wrote. But when you say kataba Muhammadun, there's no emphasis on the doer. The translation will be Muhammad wrote. Muhammad wrote and Muhammad, he wrote.
Got it. Okay.
Sister
And it
Zahra?
should be followed by the adjective, right? Or something else.
After what? After
Like it should be like it is not a complete sentence, right?
when?
And then
When is not complete?
when we say like Muhammad kataba or
No, it's
kataba.
complete sentence. No,
When it's complete.
yeah. So what it now becomes, it becomes mubtada and khabar, because Muhammad is a noun, so it takes the position of mubtada, the subject, and the kataba, it becomes a verbal sentence, and this is the third type of khabar. So verbal sentences can come as khabar when the doer of the verb comes in the beginning of the sentence. So when we say Muhammadun kataba now is not of course it is verbal, but apart from being verbal, it is also the khabar of Muhammad, which is the doer of the verb. But because it has preceded the verb, it's becoming mubtada.
Okay.
Inshallah, we'll cover this in book 3.
Okay.
I'm deliberately teaching you extra because you're bright students, so that's why I'm teaching you extra things. So when you get there, you already have understood it.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back.
I think we need to mute someone because it's like kind of the voice is coming and from the background.
Right, can you see this now? Al-idafatu. Can you see this? Al-idafatu now? Al-idafatu means mudaf, mudaf ilay. Now, how do you make mudaf, mudaf ilay in the Arabic language? Can you explain that, please? Someone?
Yeah, the mudaf is a possessed and mudaf alay is a possessor. So Bilalun, Katabun, Bilalun Katabun something. So Bilal is a possessor, and the thing is or is a possessed. So what do you is like thing is a mudaf and the Bilal is mudaf alay.
Can you read this, sister, please? Let's read this definitions.
Okay. Possessive case. This is an extremely important lesson. We use of, known as the possessive, like it's like apostrophe s. For example, the pen of Muhammad or Muhammad's pen. In Arabic, there is no equivalent for of or the possessive apostrophe s. Rather, there is a special relationship between two nouns that shows it. So the thing possessed is mudaf and the possessor is mudaf ilayh. So Muhammad is mudaf ilayh and the pen is mudaf. If I'm not wrong, I think so.
Correct.
Please,
That's right. That's right.
please note mudaf always presets the mudaf ilayh. Misal, Kitabul Talibi, the book of the student. Baitul Mohandisi, Baitul Mohandisi, the engineer's house. So the Al-Mohandisi is possessor and Bait is thing that possessed, he possessed. So it's like, and it can take alif lam and the possessor can take alif lam and thing that he possessed can never take alif lam. And also like possessor is or normally definite and the thing that possessed is can never take tanween and possessor is always majroor and thing possessed can take any harakat like kasra dama and tanween or kasra dama fata.
Excellent. Yeah. Brilliant. That's perfect. Right. Okay. Now, the next thing is this one over here now. Dharf. Sister Sayeda, can you read this now? Dharf. What is an adverb, please?
Okay. Zarf, adverb. The adverb zarf is called as a noun. It is always mansab. Some are fixed, mabni, and some can change or majroor. Zarf is of two types. Zarf zaman, adverb of time, and zarf makan, adverb of place. In this chapter, we will learn a few adverbs of place. Huna, hunak, and tahta. Let us look at different examples using an adverb. Huwa ala maktabi hunak. It is on the desk over there. If the adverb comes at the end of the sentence, it only adds meanings. So if we were to take the adverb away, it wouldn't affect the sentence. However, if we were to use an adverb in the middle of a sentence, it will have a grammatical effect. Example, hiya tahtal maktabi. It is under the desk. Here, tahta is zarf makan, causing the noun that follows to become majroor. This noun is known as mudaf ilayh. Okay. Hiya is the mubtada, tahta is the zarf, and mudaf ilayh is shibhul jumla khabar. Important to note. Here's the third type of khabar. When darf and mudaf ilayh come as the khabar in a sentence, we call as shibhul jumla khabar. Okay. So, done with the reading. Sheikh, I cannot see anymore. Okay. Hazihi, this. Hazihi is a demonstrative pronoun indicating nearness. It is a feminine, singular, and definite noun. Demonstrative noun, isme ishariya. Lil qarib, for nearness. Monas, feminine. Monnas, must be monnas. This is becoming a little difficult to read sometimes. Yeah. Mufrad is singular. I cannot see the screen too much. Yeah, now I can. Mufrad singular. Marifat definite. It is pronounced as haza, but the mud elongated alif on ha is not written. It is just pronounced. No, the ending on hazihi is fixed on kasra. Mabni ala kasra. Note, second note, hazihi can be used for both intelligent and non-intelligent forms. There's something blocking the view. There's a window or something. Okay. Hazihi is only used if the khabar is feminine. Remember the rule. Mubtada and khabar must match in gender, masculine or feminine. Mubtada and khabar must match in number, singular, dual, or plural. Okay. Haza sayyaratun. This is a car. Hazihi. The first one was also hazihi sayyaratun. This is a car. Hazihi sa'atun. This is a watch. Haza anfun wa haza yadun. This is a nose and this is a hand. Let us analyze a sentence. Hazihi ukhtul muhandisin. Muhandisin. Hazihi is the mubtada. Ukhtun is the khabar, which is wahuwa mudaf, and al-muhandis is the mudaf ilayh. So this is the engineer's sister.
Excellent.
Okay.
So this next one is li. So li means for whom. So this is quite a straightforward one. You can quickly read this and then move on to the next part. Li means for. Bismillah, say this. Continue.
Okay. Bismillah. Li is another harf jar, and it carries the meaning of for or belonging to. Like any other preposition, li causes the following ism to become majroor. Example, liman hazihi. Whose is this? Hazihi li yasiri. This belongs to Yasir. Alhamdulillahi. All praise belongs to Allah. Here we find that when prefixing the preposition li to a word with a definite article alif lam, we must drop the alif and no extra lam needs to be added. We should also be aware that prefixing li to a word affects the pronunciation of it. This is similar to the rule of moon letters and sun letters. Examples, li plus al-mudarrisi becomes lil mudarrisi, and li plus at-talibi becomes lit talibi.
Excellent.
Okay.
Perfect.
Now, man plus alif lam. Man is the, and no, alif lam is the, and man is who. So when man is followed by alif lam, it becomes money. The noon of man takes a kasra because in the Arabic language, two sukoons can never come together. Since there is a sukoon on man followed by the sukoon on alif lam, we make, that is alif lam and man, we have to make a cosmetic change so we are able to pronounce the letters. Manel Mudiri. Who is the headmaster? Then Maner Rajal. Who is the man?
Sorry, Maner Rajulu.
Maner Rajulu. Who is the man?
Correct. Right. Now, Sister Zahra, can you read tilka, please?
Yes. Tilka. Yeah, you're blocking me.
Yes.
I cannot see the screen anymore. It's too tiny. Oh,
Is it
tilka.
okay?
Tilka is that. Tilka is a demonstrative pronoun indicating farness. It is feminine, singular, and a definite noun. Ismul ishara. Demonstrative noun. Lil ba'id for farness. Muannas, feminine. Mafrud, singular. Definite, marfu. Tilka can be used for both intelligent and non-intelligent forms. Misal, tilka nafiyatun. Tilka naqatun. This is a she camel. Let's review the different types of indicative pronouns we have learned so far. Asma al ishara, lil ba'id, nouns of indication for farness. Asma al ishara, lil qareeb, nouns of indication for closeness. Now, lil ba'id is dalika and tilka, and lil qareeb is hada and hadihi.
So, hada and hadihi is the close, and dhalika and tilka, one is masculine, dhalika masculine, and tilka is for feminine, that. Perfect. Then, the other thing which is important is this. This is a very important lesson, number 8. It's talking about, you remember we spoke about hada baytun. When you translate hada baytun, how do we translate that? This is a
House.
House.
And do you remember when we say هذا البيت? هذا البيت, what is هذا البيت?
And this is a house.
No. هذا البيت. When
No.
البيت, when البيت has alif lam and هذا is coming in the beginning, it becomes an incomplete sentence, remember?
Yes.
هذا بيت,
Yeah.
This
is a
house. This
What?
house.
Exactly, this house. It becomes an incomplete sentence.
Yes.
To make it a complete sentence, we need to bring the khabar itself. Now, it's trying to explain what is the reason why هذا البيت becomes an incomplete sentence. What happens is that, see this? هذا جديد. This is
New.
البيت جديد. The house is
New.
new. But when alif lam comes after هذا, becomes this house, which is an incomplete sentence. And whenever there is, whatever comes after is treated as the khabar, and whatever is before that is treated as the mubtada. Now, can you see this now? هذا
Yes.
البيت. So the al-baytu here, in Arabic, the reason for this, it is badal. What is badal? I haven't taught you this. Now, I'm going to explain to you why in lesson number 8, the alif lam comes and the word al-baytu is called badal. And what is badal? We're going to do this now. So, Sister Ma'suma, Bismillah, come on the mic.
Yes. Badal is substitute. This is very important lesson. And badal is the substitute noun. We can identify certain nouns to be the badal by two things. If isma ishara precedes it, and if it is immediately followed by a definite noun. This definite noun is known as the badal. The badal is used because a sentence cannot have two mubtadas. So instead, the mubtadas that follows is called badal. And the badal will specify what the mubtada is. For example, haza jadidun, this is new, and it has changed to al-baytu. Oh no. So al-baytu jadidun, this house is new. These are two different sentences, and now if we want to use it for one sentence, we say hazal baytul jadidun, this house is new.
So basically it's trying to say that when after, so hada jadidun is mubtada and khabar, al-baytu jadidun is the house is new. So hada is ismul ishara, this can come as mubtada, okay? Hada, all the ismul ishara can come as mubtada. Number two, or all nouns we have alif lam can come as mubtada. Then in this sentence here now, hada, of course we know is mubtada, but al-baytu has alif lam. Remember? And remember we spoke about the khabar cannot come with alif lam. Remember? So
Yes.
al-baytu is now going to be treated as substitute. That when I say this, it's when I'm pointing with hada. Now hada is referring to the house. So meaning that the word al badal substitute means literally one word can replace by the other word. One word can be replaced by the other word. So if you said هذا البيت جديد or البيت جديد, there's no difference in the translation. You're still referring to the house itself. Is that clear?
Yes.
Mr. Sayeda?
That's okay. It will come. It's fine. It's fine.
So just the only thing you need to remember is that after hada, whenever a noun comes with alif lam, it will be treated as badal, nothing else. It means that one noun, the hada can be substituted by al-bayt, and al-bayt can be substituted by hada. For example, if I say hada jadid or al-bayt jadidun, it means the same thing. That's what it means. One word can substitute the other word.
Okay, got it.
Yeah?
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, that's complete. There's nothing much there. Right, I want Sister Zahra to explain what's happening here. So, kitabuhu. So I want you to start from here. Kitabuhu fi kitabi. Kitabuhuma fi kitabihima. Just explain this as well, please.
Kitabuhu, his book. Fi kitabihi, in his book. So in this has a huruf jar, so the kitabi is become jar. It got majroor because of the jar, and the he also become majroor because of the fi. You're blocking me.
Yeah, this is blocking. Yeah.
Minhu, min, minhu, min is huruf jar and who is majroor. Ilayhi, ilayhi is harf jar hai, and then he is majroor. Fihi, fi is harf jar and he is majroor. Alayhi, alay is jar and he is majroor. You want me to do all of them?
Just do the kitabuhu, kitabuhuma, kitabuka, and this one here. This translation, that's it.
Okay, just the kitab. Okay.
Yeah.
Kitabuhuma, kitabuhuma, kitabu is marfu and huma is dual. तो दो जनों की किताब. Kitabuhum, all the people's book. Kitabuha, her book. Kitabuhuma, both of their books. Kitabuhunna, both of their books. Plural, feminine.
Yeah, plural.
Kitabuka, your book.
Oh, it's blocked.
You're blocking us. The screen is not there anymore.
Yeah.
Kitabukuma, both of your books. Kitabukum, all of your books. Kitabuki, your book feminine. Kitabukuma, both of your books feminine. Kitabukunna, all of your books feminine. Kitabi, my book. Kitabuna, our book.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Now, lesson number 9 in this book 1, it's again a very important lesson which talks about adjectives. I know everyone that's done this lesson, so we did this in Arabic through the Quran as well. So our adjectives follow in 10 things. So that in the English language, you mention the adjectives first, and then the noun which is to be described. For example, beautiful car, small house. But in the Arabic language, it's the other way around. You mention the name first, and then the adjective after. For example, Abbasun Tajirun. Abbas is a merchant. And then we say Ghaniyun. So that the word Ghaniyun is the adjective. So we'll say the thing which has been described is the merchant, whether the merchant is rich or what. So Abbasun Tajirun, Abbas is Mubtada, Tajirun is Khabar. Okay, and the word Ghaniyun is the adjective for the Tajir, which is called Man'ud. The thing which has been described is called Man'ud. And there are 4 things in which the adjective follows. So, Sister Sayyida, Bismillah. Unmute yourself and Bismillah. Let's read this, please.
Can I apologize myself because it's namaz time, so I have to go do namaz and I'll be back soon, inshallah. Okay.
No problem. No problem.
Thank
Sister
you.
Masuma, Bismillah.
Bismillah. Rahim. So naat or man'ut, adjective and noun qualified. Naat or man'ut or manut or naat is an adjective and a noun qualified. Example, the thing being described. The adjective will always come after the noun. It is also known as sifato or mawsuf. There is a very special relationship between the adjective and the noun qualified. There are 4 characteristics that have to be matched. These are, I can say that. Gender, number, definite or indefinite, or case endings. For example, Abbasun Tajirun Ghaniyun. Abbas is a rich merchant. So in here, Abbas is Mubtada, Tajirun is Khabar, and Ghaniyun is Naat. So Tajirun is Man'ut and Ghaniyun is Naat. Now let's analyze these 2 sentences. They read similarly but have a different analysis. Sentence number A is Haza Darasun Sahalun. This is an easy lesson. So Haza Darasun Sahalun is a sentence in which Haza is Mubtada, Darasun is Khabar, is also Man'ud, Sahalun is Naat. Sentence B, Hazal Darasun Sahalun. This lesson is easy. Haza is Mubtada, Darasun is a Khabar, and Sahalun is Naat. Oh, Al Darasul Badal. Yeah, sorry. Hazal Darasul Sahalun. So this lesson is easy. Haza is Mubtada, Al Darasu is Badal, and Sahalun is Khabar.
Excellent. Excellent.
Notice that sentence A has an adjective, but see how alif lam has completely changed the analysis of the sentence. So sentence B says, this lesson is easy from this is an easy lesson. Yes. So تقديره هو تقديره, the estimate, he or it. In this verbal sentence, ذهب إلى الجامعة, the doer file is unknown and it is hidden in the verb. In Arabic, we call this الفاعل المستتر.
الفاعل مستتر.
مستتر.
شادر, sitar, cover. So mustatir means basically it's hidden.
Is hidden. The
الفاعل
doer is
مستتر.
hidden.
Yeah, correct.
Then we say what the estimated pronoun should be. And this only applies to the two pronouns, huwa and hiya. So in the example above, zahaba ilal jamiati, zahaba is fail or al-fa'il, mustatirun.
So ذهب is fi'il, the fa'il. Fi'il meaning is a verb, and the fa'il is the pronoun huwa, which is hidden in the verb. Taqdir means that hidden. Huwa pronoun is hidden in ذهب. And ila is a preposition. Al-jamiyat is ism majroor. It's a noun which is getting kasra because of ila itself. That's what it is.
Okay.
Right. Alladhi, we've done that before. I'm not going to repeat that again. What else is there? So nouns ending with alif noon, these are adjectives and they don't take tanween. This is very important. It's quite important. Kaslano, no tanween. It's kaslanun, it's kaslano, jawano, atshano, and ghadbano itself. And mal'ano, which is full. And what else is there? That's it. Nothing else. Lesson number 10. We've done that already, so I did not quite detailed, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, that's it. So inshallah, next, if you haven't done the exam, do the exam, and inshallah next week we will start book 2, inshallah. Okay. So do the exam, and inshallah, I'll see the results and let you know, and then inshallah we'll start book 2 next week, inshallah.
Inshallah.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. So التماس دعاء, inshallah, see you next week, inshallah.